Hello students. Today we discuss about the sex organs. As you know, in previous video we discussed about the gametophytic generation. So in gametophytic generation, the prothallus body will be developed, and on that prothallus body, the sex organs will be produced. These sex organs are present in anthedium and oogonium. Anthedium and archegonium that will be produced on these prothelial structures of the gametophyte. So, the male sex organ, or which is also called as the anthedium in the cell. So, this is the structures of the anthezoids or anthedium. So, the anthedium is present on the narrower ends of the prothallus or gametophytes in the rhizome. So you have to see figure on that at the basal portions of this prothallus the anthedium are present, which are in the prothallus cell. So in the structures of the anthedium, which is present at the sides, there is the basal cells, then next to the basal cell there is the first ring cells and second ring cells, and in that or which is also having the at the base cap cells or cover cells, or which is also called as the lead cells are there, and in that there is at these cells encloses the endosoid mother cells. These endosoid mother cells forms the anthrozoids, and second figure is about anthrozoids, that is male gametes. In that there is the spiral bodies, in that there is the single nucleus is there, and many flagellas are there. So this anthedium is present on the narrower ends of the prothallus body. The shapes of this anthedium is spherical and globular in shape, and it has the outer jacket layers. This anthedium is made up by the 5 cells, as you seen in the figure, that is first ring cell, second ring cells and cap cells, and it also encloses the anthrozoids mother cells. These anthrozoids mother cells undergoes the metamorphosis and they form the anthrozoids, that is male gamete. So this is and each male gamete is having the spiral body, and it is haploid in nucleus, and the anthrozoids are the many flagellated at one ends. So this is the structures of the anthrozoids, that is male gametes. Then next figure is about the archegonium. That means the female sex organ. So female sex organ, the structures of this so this is the structures of the archegonium. In that there is the venter and neck. In venter there is the egg cells and venter canal cells. In the neck portion there is the neck cells and neck canal cells, and at the tip the apical region there is the cap cells or cover cells or lead cells. So the position of this archegonium is mostly is present in the border areas of this prothallus, that means in the apical notch and in the cushions, these archegonias are present. These archegonia are in inverted shape. So it has two parts, one is venter and neck. These venters, that means the globular shapes, and that venters are differentiated into two parts. Uh, Differentiated into two cells, that is lower is the egg cells and upper part is the venter cells. So these cells contains the venter part contains the venter canal cells and the egg cells. The neck is made up by the neck cells, and in that there are 4 rows of the neck cells. These neck cells, these are total 16 cells in the necks are present. In that there are large region uh, canal present in which has a one big cells called as the neck canal cells, and at the this neck region will covered by the cap cells or lead or which is also called as the lead cells. So this is the structure of archegonium, which is present on the apical notch and in the cushions of the prothallus. These having two parts, venter and neck. In venter, egg cells and venter canals are there. In neck region, there is the neck cells, and at this neck region is covered by the cap cell. When these are antheridium and archegonium will mature, the fertilization process will be takes place. So when these uh, the dehiscence of the antheridium will takes place uh, in water. So this is the breaking the leads of the antheridium, and anthrozoids will be moves out from the antheridium. So these as a prothallus or in protandous condition, these antheridias are matured first, and uh, therefore the cross fertilization will be takes place. So, at the maturity of the antheridium, this protoplasm of the anthrozoids metamorphs and they forms the anthrozoids, while the remaining cytoplasms they form the mucilage. So, this mucilage absorbs the waters and swells up, so they can break up the lead cells of the antheridium, and they will be liberated. So these anthrozoids swims in water and searching the archegonium. In case of the archegonium, when the archegonium will mature, this is the egg cells, and when this archegonium will mature, what's happen? These neck canal cells and venter canal cells they dissolve and they form the mucilage. So they can absorb water, swells up, and due to these water pressures, the lead cells of this neck will be opened, and through these neck cells, these they liberate some mucilaginous substance. This mucilaginous substance are nothing but the malic acid. So these malic acids, uh, uh, which dissolve in water, and they attracted the anthrozoids towards the archegonium. And this mechanism is called as the chemotactic. And this mechanism only present in the bryophytic plants. So these anthrozoids will be swims and they will be entered through this neck, and they will be unite with the egg cells and they forms the oospore after the fertilization. So next step is the oospore formation. So oospore that means the after the body which is developed after the fertilizations of the anthrozoids and egg cells. So this is the oospores is a result of the fertilizations, and it is a diploid zygote which is produced or which is developed the protective wall around to form the diploid oospores, which is eventually develops into the diploid sporophyte. So when these oospores will be grow, the sporophytic body will be produced. So in this way, these gametophytic reproductions will be takes place in the plant Nephrolepis.